Kristen Lajeunesse here, and you are watching another episode of the We'll Travel for Vegan Food marketing series.
We'll travel for vegan food.
Today we have a question from Ashley. She said, my biggest frustration is building a list. Ashley, I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're talking about building an email list here. So you know I'm going to do it, right? You know I'm going to tell you to go back to one of my other videos and check out some stuff that I've already posted about building lists. Go check out day 8 right over here. It provides some really great info on adjustments that you can make to your website today to immediately create higher opt-ins on your email list. In the meantime, I have 3 additional ideas for you that will not only kick it up a notch, but are probably things that you might not have thought of doing. Number 1, optimize your 404 page. A 404 page is where a user will land if they've gone to a page that no longer exists or if the link is bad. Your blog or website will have one default page that it'll use to indicate the error, and that's called the 404 page. And you can go in and edit this page to make it look however you want. More often than not, a user will see that 404 page and assume that the whole website isn't working, or they just don't want to take the time to click around and find what they were looking for, so they'll leave and maybe never come back. Here's an opportunity to not only keep them on your site and redirect them, but offer them an opt-in. You could write something like, oh no, the page that you've landed on is missing, but don't leave empty-handed. Click here for a free tutorial, or click here to access my free YouTube series, or click here to opt in and receive a free ebook. Whatever it is that you want to offer in exchange for that email address is another way that you can create an opportunity for them to opt in and stay interested and not just go away forever. Number 2, start hosting webinars. This might be deceptive, but I'm not recommending that you host a webinar for the number of people who will attend or for the type of content that you're going to share. You're doing it to ask for people to opt in. According to Lead Pages, this is outperforming any other email opt-in out there today. So take some time, put together a free webinar sharing some content that you've created. You could pull some information that you've already blogged about, or maybe put together a mini series about stuff that you're already really comfortable sharing. You can use something like Google Hangout in order to share your screen and thereby sharing your presentation. Have a 30 or 60-minute webinar and use that as an opportunity to not only practice your webinar skills, but also to gain a handful of new subscribers. Now, chances are not all of them are actually going to attend your webinar, but you can also reuse that. Be sure to record your webinar and you can share it later on your website or your YouTube channel, or maybe even make it a paid product later on. The point is your time will not go wasted and you will likely receive a surge in email opt-ins. And finally, get rid of those boring thank you pages. If you're currently using something like Aweber or MailChimp to collect email addresses, it's likely that you're using the standard automatic thank you page that appears after somebody opts in. It usually says something really simple like, hey, thanks for signing up. And that's it. There's no call to action and there's no sincere connection between you and that person. Yes, they've already opted in, and I realize that your question is about getting more opt-ins, but if you continue to engage that user and the person who's already really hyped about what you're doing, so much so that they opted in, they're more likely then to positively respond to a prompt to share, tweet, Facebook message, or continue the conversation. Did you know that 70% of the people who will visit any page on your website will leave immediately because it won't be for them? 30% will stick around, and among those 30%, usually only 2% will opt into your email. And those people who are super psyched about what you're doing and chose to not only stick around but opt in, get some boring old thank you notice thing. So here's your opportunity to thank them for appreciating you enough to sign in. You could create a short 15-second video that you share on the page to thank them personally, and then ask them to like your Facebook page or tweet something out. Check out clicktotweet.com to learn how to set up a link that people can click on to automatically tweet out something that you've already set up for them. I got today's information to share with you from a webinar that was hosted by Pat Flynn and Clay Collins of leadpages.com. For even more details on this and why it works, and even more suggestions that they have, go check out this video right now. That's all I have for you today. Ashley, thank you for asking a great question. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And all you out there, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't forget to skip on over to WTFveganfood.com to sign up for email updates so that you don't miss a single one of these videos and some cool stuff that I have coming up later in the year. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, where it will be another day in the life of this We'll Travel for Vegan Food marketing series. Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys.
The sky as tall as it is wide, and there you drifted like a